What's up, everybody? So we here with another one. As always, I'd like to thank everybody that's been supporting, people that have been sharing my videos, everyone that's purchased my book. It's been a lot of support, and I really do appreciate it. As y'all know, I'm not doing this because I'm trying to make something about me. It's really to show how good God has been to me, and it's just part of my testimony. It's about the things that we have survived, the things that we are still currently surviving, and how God has kept us and kept his hand on our lives this entire time. Now, these videos that I've been posting, this has been over the time span of probably about 4 or 5 years. It's escalated the past 2 years. And as y'all know, it's been my entire life. These same type of situations have happened my entire life, my mother's entire life, my brother's and sister's entire life, and not just my family, but other innocent people as well. So it's the real deal. This isn't something that I'm fabricating, that I'm making up. Anyone that's read the book, I know it's kind of hard to believe all these things could happen, but that's why I'm making these videos. That's why God instructed me to make these videos and to collect all the data that I have and did to showcase that this stuff is actually very much true. Now, before I proceed, I would like to make something very clear. All of these people that were involved aren't necessarily bad people. Although we all have a choice to do right and wrong, some people are cramped by fear. You see, if they did this type of stuff to me, if they did it to an innocent woman raising 7 kids, which is my mother, then everyone knows that they could be attacked too, and everyone that isn't built the same way. Especially if you don't have Christ with you. I mean, I really don't know how a person could sustain this alone. Luckily, I have a great team. I have a huge and amazing support system, and I have Christ ultimately. So I've been able to survive, thrive, and expose what's been going on in my life. Now, though all the people in it aren't bad, there are certain individuals who knew exactly what they were doing and was actually enjoying, I should say, trying to torment me, trying to sabotage me. You know what I'm saying? Watching the things that they were inflicting on me and flat out it making them happy. I mean, some people are just evil like that. So, although I am saying all the people involved weren't evil, a lot of them were. Now, in this video, we're gonna explain how they tried to set me up on a cleaning job I had. Now, this is after, y'all already know, this is after they poisoned me and I almost had a stroke and a seizure. This is after my dogs started having seizures and I put my hands on them and prayed with them with the oil the last time they had a seizure and they haven't had a seizure since. This is after my girl got sent because they trafficked us into a house at our old age. Okay, we aren't young. Okay, at our older age, they trafficked us into a home that was infested with black mold, and my girl got sick. This is after they vandalized both of our vehicles. The brand new Jeep that I bought her, that was a month and a half old, before they destroyed the engine on it. If y'all haven't seen that video, go check it out. The video of them damaging my Genesis is also in that video. This is after they started coming from my cleaning business. And they hadn't yet attacked my truck business, but that's because I hadn't started operating just yet. But if y'all seen that truck business, you already know that they came for that too. I made a video on that, so you can go check that out. This is also uh, after that home that they trafficked us to. They put oil and stuff in our washing machine and it damaged our clothes. This is just one hoodie that I have right here. This is a picture of a hoodie I have, and you can see the oil marks all on the hoodie. This didn't just happen to that hoodie, it happened to a lot of our clothes. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this stuff is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of things that they have done to us. What I've been posting so far is literally just the tip. As y'all know, I got caught last month because they tried to say my dog bit another dog, and they put me up saying I was going 95 and 55 or 60, something like that, when I wasn't. And they did that before I started coming out with videos and dropped my book. But we're going to talk about that situation a little later down the road. Now what they're doing is they're having us change out our modem. Okay. they sent Xfinity, which Xfinity came with the apartment that we moved to. Mind you, we moved away, okay? And they're having us switch out our modem. Like, here's an email of that saying that it's going to give us better internet or whatever the case may be. Mind you, we don't have any problems with our internet, okay? This is me messaging the lady, telling her that we don't need internet. We don't need, ours is working just fine. And this is her, because they came out last week to all the other apartments and we wasn't home, so they couldn't do ours. Then they emailed us back saying that they're going to come this Wednesday. So I emailed her this saying, we don't need it. What do they need it for? And then she emails me this and she says, you have to have it in order to have internet, right? She's like, you can't avoid it in order to have internet. And then I messaged her back and I'm like, can you tell us what it's going to do for our internet? Like, how's it going to improve our internet? We have no issues with our internet. And then I messaged her this and I said, we don't have any. I mean, how are you saying we're not going to have internet when all the other modems have been switched out here and our internet's still working fine? So this is the tactics that they use. As far as I know, me and my team believe they could be trying to bring in a modem that has something on it or implant something on the modem, because as y'all know, they mess with my internet and stuff at the old place, and they do it here, like turn my internet on and off, stuff like that, which we ain't gonna get into that yet. But these are tactics they use so they could try to implant something, because I told y'all they try to lie on me and say I mess with kids, and I avoided all those traps that they had. So now what they would try to do is implant something. And in this video, you're going to see how the extent that they go to try to sabotage you and falsify things to make the lies that they put on you true. Now, am I saying that's exactly what they're trying to do? No, I'm not saying that's exactly what they're trying to do. But as y'all can see in this video, you never know what they're trying to do. And if you can see from my last videos, they do things sneaky and in the dark. So it's really just there to cover all the bases, just to make it be known and clear. All right, so before we get started, y'all know that when I was working at Eggleston, the nonprofit, she didn't like me. This is after I questioned my church about some few things, so they turned on me as well, and a multitude of other things that we don't have to get into. If y'all haven't seen the other videos, you know what's been going on. And if you haven't seen them, go check it out. If you haven't gotten the book, it's down in the comments, so you can grab it. But because these people lied on my name and they didn't have proof of the lies that they put on my name, they then tried to fabricate it. So I told y'all, they said my ex called the job and talked to Tasha, which was the vice president over there at the time, and told her that I was a liar, which I wasn't. They told her that I was on drugs and I was a drug addict, which I wasn't, and that's why they tried to overdose me on drugs. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. That's why they tried to overdose me on drugs, because they wanted to fabricate that lie, okay? They said that the person said that I was broke and lazy, which is why they attacked my businesses and my jobs that I was at after I left Eggleston, which was Arcadia, which we're going to make a video on them soon, but Arcadia was giving me bad materials, sending me out to do jobs. When I tell them it's the bad material, they be like, well, go ahead, do it anyway, you'll be fine. I do the job, and then they'll send somebody after me to redo the job so they can say I did the job incorrectly. This is real life. Y'all know by now. I ain't got no reason to make nothing up. They said I didn't take care of my vehicles and stuff, which is why they vandalized my car to try to make it look like I didn't take care of the vehicle. They said I didn't have a driver's license, which is why they attacked me and my license, and they're still doing that with the pulling me over and all the traffic tickets. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out, so they could take my license from me, so their lie can now be true. And they said I was a thief. And then that's what we're going to talk about in this video, of how they tried to fabricate that. All right, so the date is July 19th of last year, 2025. And I'm over at somebody's house doing a little pressure washing thing. We're not going to talk about the person's house I was at yet. But I was just pressure washing, not doing like a heavy pressure wash type. They just wanted like the sidewalk and driveway done and the lower half of the house done. Like pretty simple stuff. Not the upper half of the house, just the lower half. Blah, blah, blah. While I'm over there with my girl, and I get a phone call. Now this time I'm working for a company and I'm doing cleaning jobs for them. I'm painting for them. a bunch of other stuff as a subcontractor. Okay, this is the business I started after Arcadia because Arcadia got infiltrated. This is also after my girl had got fired from the job because those are the people that work there are the ones who helped vandalize the Jeep. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. And when she came to work the week before she got fired, mind you, she's never been fired from a job before. She was at one job for almost 20 years. She's never got fired from that job before. She told them, she came into work one day and was like, she knows who's been messing with their vehicles. And the girls there started freaking out. Then the next, like 4 days later, they had her train somebody, and the girl told her, "What do you do where the only thing you want is white employees?" And then they fire her the next day. It's real life. Okay. So my girl was working for me at the time. She was working for my cleaning company. She loves to clean, you know what I'm saying? And she felt good working for herself, so she actually enjoyed it. So she came onto the team. She was handling my books, a couple other things. But yeah, we was doing all right with the business before they fully attacked that business. Okay. Mind you, that's why I started the trucking business, because they attacked that business. If you haven't seen that video, it's in the same video of when a girl tried to set me up to say I mess with kids, and when she tried to overdose me. It's in that video of how they attacked that business and why I started the trucking business. But we're not at the part yet where they attack it fully. We're in like the middle of that. Okay, in the middle of that business. So anyway, I'm at this person's house, some pressure washing, and then we get a call. Okay, actually I get a text. Now this is what the text said. Now you can see in this text is from a girl named Akila, or Akila, however you say her name, and she's with a company named Natural Glow. Now, I didn't know how she had heard about me and our company at the time, because like I said, we was mainly doing subcontractor work, but we did great work, and people always spoke about how good our work was, so I figured it was a word of mouth thing. Okay, so you can see she's saying that it's that the house was already clean. Now, mind you, this is a beautiful home in Williamsburg, and I'm about to show you the pictures. Beautiful home. It had to be like a $1.5 million house or something. I mean, beautiful home, 3 stories. Downstairs, it had a pool table, all that type of stuff. Okay, 5,100 square feet. Now, usually for this job, we would charge a way higher amount, but because I thought that she said it was already clean and just needed to be cleaned a little bit for the people that was about to move in. I figured we can knock this job out in about 2-3 hours. And the main thing was because we was a small company just starting out, that I wanted our name ticket out there. Okay. So you can see right here that the pay is only $175, right? But again, me and my girl cleaning together, we can knock this house out, especially if it's already clean. We can have everything vacuumed. We can mop out the floors, like wipe stuff down fairly quickly. And like I said, I just wanted our name to be out there for our work. So I was willing to do. When you're a small growing company, you'll do like stuff like that to get your name out there and to get your work ethic out there, so people can know that they can count on you to do jobs correctly, right? So this is the main reason why I took such a large job for $175. Again, she said it was already clean. You saw that in the text. She said it was already clean. They just needed it to be uh, ready for move-in. She said it would be a fairly easy job. You saw that in the first text, right? Matter of fact, here's that again. I'm gonna show you that again. Said it will be fairly easy, okay, for this, regardless of the space and the size it is. It will be a fairly easy job. So I took it. I didn't know who these people were. Like I said, new contract though, potentially new contract. So I jumped on it. Now she sent me this message about 12. Again, I didn't even know how she got my number, but you're about to find out exactly how she got it, right? And how this whole thing was a setup. So I didn't know how she got my number or anything, but you can see right here, I responded back to her, said I'm sorry I'm late. She messaged me at like 12:30, and I hit her back at like 2:30. So I was apologizing for the inconvenience of me being late, even though it was a couple hours. I just like my professionalism to be a certain caliber. And you can see that she tells me she'll text me back the details when she's not driving, and I'm telling her take your time. I would rather you to text me back when you're not driving and you're safe. Okay? So you can see all that in this message right here, right? Okay. So she responds soon after, and she gives me the address, which I don't have in here, obviously, for obvious reasons. And this is a lockbox on the door. Okay, so at the top of this message, you can see the lockbox code, and you can see her telling me the size of the home. She's telling me the move-in date of the home. Okay, and she says again, it's move-in cleaning. So the house is supposed to be completely empty. Okay, there shouldn't be no personal people stuff in there because no one is living there according to what they're saying. And all we're doing is going in there to wipe the little dust down a little bit, revacuum the floors, like simple stuff to get the house ready for the customer to move in. Very simple stuff. Okay. She also asked me to send her the pictures before and after, which we do that anyway, so no problem. You can see right here, I respond to that message and I tell her thank you for choosing A Helping Hand Services, which was the name of my business, A Helping Hand, and that we'll take care of it tomorrow, which was, obviously the following day. Okay. So she sent us that one day, and like I said, we was trying to expand the business, so we was taking jobs. So if you hit us up and you told us that you needed something done tomorrow, we got you. We'll jump right on it. Okay. You can see right here, this is the message of me asking. Again, all these messages are back to back to back. Okay, so I'm not leaving out any details, any messages, nothing. You can see right here, I asked how would we be paid because I didn't ask for that. She says 7 to 10 business days, which is understandable. That's usually how it goes. Um, and she tells me it will be paid, the different options of it being paid out. And you can see at the bottom, she thanks me for my professionalism, etc., etc. Right? Okay, everything seems legit, don't it? We about to go ahead and knock this easy work out, right? Get our name out there. All right, so the next day comes, and here's the message. You see the date, July 20th, is the following day. And you see what time we got there, okay, early in the morning. And the code that she gave me is not working for the door. Okay, so I call her. Somehow she arranges it, and then the door just opens. Whoever has possession of the home has the automatic lock, so they just unlock it from their phone or something. And we stood there waiting for probably about 20, 30 minutes before they unlocked the door, and then the door got unlocked. Now, as soon as we walked into the house, right, something weird happened. We get into the house and we're looking around. Now, we're looking around, somebody comes and knock on the door. They was like, hey, what are you doing here? And I was like, I was like, we're here cleaning. It was a lady. I was like, we're here cleaning. She was like, oh, okay, I just make sure nobody was breaking into the house. We don't want anybody in here trying to steal anything. And I was like, huh? I was like, no, we're just cleaning. And, I showed her my cleaning supplies and stuff because when we get out the car, we walk up with all our cleaning supplies. We got vacuums, like cleaning bags full of our products that we use, rags, all types of stuff. So I thought that was weird. Um, but she was like, okay, well, she was like, I appreciate you talking to me and letting me know. Have a good day. And I was like, you too? And I shut the door and I looked at my girl and I was like, that was kind of weird. Now, mind you, they got cameras in the house. So I could see the blue light on the cameras in the house. So whoever these people are, they can see us cleaning while we're in the house. Okay. Which is fine with me. It's your home. I don't have no problem with you having cameras in your own house. We ain't here to do nothing but clean anyway, right? So you can see right here that I start sending her pictures. Okay. You can see I start sending her pictures, and these are the pictures that I sent her. Okay. So you can see how big the home is. Beautiful home though. I think it had like 6 or 7 bedrooms in it, something like that. 3 bathrooms. You can see downstairs, it's got a pool table. Really nice house. Okay, really. Like I said, it had to be 1.5. I don't know. It could have been higher than that in pricing, but beautiful home. The outside of the home was beautiful. I'm not going to post that because I don't want whoever the customer house is information out there. But we're focusing on just the tactics that they was using on us. So I'm not going to put the customers' information out there at all, or the homeowner, I should say. But yeah, you can see all these pictures of the home, right? Beautiful. And then I see this. You can see right here that this is the last picture I sent her. Well, not the last picture I sent her, but on this thread of pictures, I see boxes in the house. And I'm like, the house is supposed to be empty. So I don't know who Boxes These is, right? But we're documenting everything because we don't want to be held accountable for anything in the home, right? We're just the cleaning crew. So I sent her these pictures of the boxes, and she doesn't even mention the boxes, okay? She just says, okay, thank you for your before pictures. Keep me posted as the day goes along. No problem, okay? Then we get to the kitchen, okay? Now, when we get to the kitchen, I see this, and you can see I sent her the picture of it. Now, these are all the pictures I sent her, okay? But you can see right here in this picture, I say there's a lot of stuff left in the kitchen, okay? Now, these are more images of the kitchen. Now, the refrigerator is full. You can see in this picture, it's full of food, okay? And I don't know why it was full of food because she told me that the house was cleaned already. You remember she told me that in the message, right? Um, and this is the stove. The stove is just as dirty as the fridge is. Mind you, the fridge has sauce spilled all inside of it, everything. Like, so this is taking the time of the job up because we're going to do the job well. We're not going to like halfway do it. So this is taking the job up, even though it's just a refrigerator and just a stove. It could it could take 30 minutes, 45 minutes to clean those things when you're trying to clean them to a professional level. All right, so that just added more time to the thing. Mind you, it's stuff in the cabinet, stuff too. There's stuff everywhere in the kitchen. Plus those boxes and more stuff that was in the living room. It wasn't just that little box, okay? Now, I didn't even complain about the kitchen and stuff yet. You're gonna see I say something about it later on. But like I said, we're trying to get our name on the map and our how good of a job we do. So I'm not complaining about the stuff in the kitchen. Although you told me that the house was empty and clean and it was just supposed to be clean, if she told me, right? It's not. So now we're going to be here extra 2 to 3 hours cleaning up the extra stuff because for $175, mind you. But again, we're willing to sacrifice just so our good name and work ethic can be out there. Now look at this message right here. Okay, she tells me that tenants usually leave stuff behind, right? But why would tenants usually leave stuff behind when you told me a cleanup crew already came into the house? Okay, if a cleanup crew already came into the house, that means nothing should be left behind. All right. So she says tenants usually leave stuff behind. Then look what she says. She said we usually, she was like trash everything and take anything that you see of value. Okay. Again, you can see right here in the message. It say throw stuff away or keep things that you see of value. I say okay, no problem. We're hard at it. I'll let you know when we're done. Right? She responds, then I respond. But you can see it right here in the text. Okay? she literally tells me to throw it, everything away and keep the things that I see of value. This is the setup. Okay? So remember this part. So we finished the job close to 12 o'clock. Okay? So it took us about 3 hours or something. Right? And you can see here is I started sending her pictures. Okay? You can see this is the first picture I sent her. And these are the pictures of the whole house. Okay. Now I'm going to spend a second here so you can look at all these pictures. Okay. So you can see that we cleaned all the bathrooms. Okay. Mind you, this place was not as clean as she said it was. Okay. The bathroom mirrors was dirty. All the windows needed to be cleaned because all the windows in the whole house was dirty. The floors was dirty everywhere. The microwave was full of sauce and stuff. The stove was dirty. You saw the oven. The oven was full of stuff. The whole kitchen was dirty. The back porch was full of stuff. By the time we got done throwing stuff away in that house, the trash can, which was empty, was full, overflowing. Like the top couldn't even go all the way down. It was so full. Okay. Um, So yeah, you can see that we wiped out all the glass. Like I said, all the mirrors in the bathroom, all the glass that's the shower doors, We vacuumed everything in that house. Every bedroom got the windows cleaned and floors vacuumed. You can see we straightened up the first floor, which is where the pool table and all that stuff is. We cleaned up the bar. Like we spent a lot of time in that unit cleaning it up. And you can see how clean it is. There's no spots nowhere. The whole unit is moving ready. Okay, completely clean, no problems, no issues. Okay. You can see the backyard. The back porch is completely clean. And what we did, we threw everything away. Okay, everything. The only thing we kept was in the refrigerator. There was a bottle of alcohol. Now we're not drinkers, right? That was another lie that they told on me, by the way. That the person called Eggleston, they said I was an alcoholic, but I don't even drink. Like for real. Me and my girl might have a glass of wine every blue moon, but I've never been a heavy drinker, right? But we saw a bottle in the fridge that just looked exotic. It didn't seem like it was from here. Okay. And later on, we're going to find out that that was the case. We're not going to talk about it yet. So we took that and we took a 12 pack of tissues. All right. It was tissues there. That's the only thing we took. Now, mind you, sitting on the counter, there was a pair of glasses that were very expensive. But me and my girl don't take other people's clothes and stuff that they wore because we believe that spirits are real. It's a real thing for us, okay? So we don't take other people's clothes and stuff and put them on us, especially without praying over them and stuff first, because we don't want whatever was on an individual that we don't know to be transferred to us. So we threw away all the clothing, we threw away all the food. They had unopened food in there, we threw away all. The only thing we kept, like I said, was like a 12 pack of tissues. And we grabbed that bottle out the fridge because, like I said, it was exotic. It would have lasted us, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. But we just wanted to try it because, like I said, we've never seen the bottle before, and it was a beautiful bottle, right? I message her and I tell her the unit has been completed. I thank her again for choosing the Helping Hand services. She thanks me back. Before we leave, I leave a couple of lights on downstairs, and you can see I tell her that because I don't want the unit completely dark because it's a beautiful neighborhood. And I don't want nobody coming in after us and like, I don't know, people steal for real and breaking the house and stuff, right? So I didn't want the house completely dark. So I told her I'll leave a couple of lights on downstairs, and I also told her that the unit has been locked and secured. She thanks me, and I tell her no problem. Okay. Now, everything seemed legit, right? We just did a job for cheap. Okay, the job wasn't what you told me it was. All right, you told me it was cleaned out and ready. It wasn't. It didn't look like the place had been cleaned before, like she told us it had been. It looked like we were the first ones in there to clean it. We threw everything away in there, right? And then I get this text right here. This is literally 2 hours after we left. Okay. Do y'all see this, man? It says items were thrown away that weren't supposed to be thrown away. And then it says there was a pair of designer sunglasses, which I knew they were expensive. I wouldn't be surprised if those glasses cost like $800-900, right? She said that they wanted them returned immediately because they were the homeowners. Now, in my mind, I'm like, what homeowners? You told me that the place was empty, that no one had been living here. So, are you telling me that people personal items was here? You understand what I'm saying? Now remember, she told us to throw everything away, right? Okay, so now my antennas is going off. Like, man, another setup. Because mind you, I have been going through a lot by this point, and I hadn't said anything. I have been going through stuff for like 2, 3 years with my mouth closed, right? So people still thought I was just dumb and oblivious. I had no idea that I had to look out for stuff, right? So, boom. Now you can see right here that I say I asked about those items, and you told me to throw everything away, right? We threw everything away, including the sunglasses, because we don't care if they cost $800 or $900. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna take something that don't belong to us or something that we just don't like. We're not materialistic people, so we don't care that like not $900 sunglasses. Some people would have took them and pawned them or whatever the case may be, but we don't. That's not who we are, right? We're gonna throw everything away in this unit, right? And I say that to her. You told us to throw everything away in the unit, and then I say this is the first time I speak of her telling me the unit was clean and it wasn't. I say also you tell me that the unit was clean and it wasn't. And we threw everything in the trash, right? You see all that in this message right here. Then you can see right here that I sent her a screenshot of her own message. Throw stuff away or keep things that we see of value. Now, question then becomes, why would she tell me to keep things that we see of value? Why would you make that a specific? Okay, you can see it in the text right here. This is what she texted me. All right. Matter of fact, let me put the original back up there for you. Okay, this is what she texted me. Throw everything away and keep things that you see of value. So what do we see of value? The exotic bottle of alcohol, which we didn't even see it of value. We just wanted to taste it and try it to see if it tastes like something different than what we tasted before. And toilet tissue. Okay, we saw toilet tissue as valuable. Okay, our unopened pack. That's it. We didn't take no sunglasses. Out of all the items that they had in that house we could have took, we took nothing but tissue and a bottle of alcohol. Okay? Now you can see this is the following message I sent her after her screenshot. We document everything because we do, right? We know to protect ourselves. We document everything. We also do wear cameras to keep ourselves protected, right? And again, they had cameras in the house anyway. And then I tell her it's very unfortunate that this is our first time ever working with y'all ever. You contacted us. Remember that they contacted us. They text my phone somehow from a number that I never heard. I didn't apply for them on Indeed. I didn't go to their website. Nothing. Okay, they found me somehow. Okay, somehow. Obviously, this is a setup, and you're about to see how, right? And then I tell her it's very unfortunate, but we understand that things happen. Okay, she texts me back and say, "Okay, cool." She's gonna relay the message, right? My spirit told me to go to that house. Okay, now mind you, the house was an hour away from me at the time. I was already tied up doing something, but God just put it on my heart that I need to go to that house and get those glasses and stuff myself. Okay, so without telling the girl that texted me from that company, I jump in my car and I head to the house. Okay, when I get to the house, I pull up and it's this older white lady, older white male, and their daughter. They're literally digging stuff out of the trash can, including food. So I was like, yo, like, they told us the house was empty and you got people living here and we threw away all their food, all their clothes. Like, you know what I'm saying? We threw away all this stuff. And then I knew that they was trying to say that I stole them glasses. Why? Because they called me a thief, remember? And if they can't, since I'm not a thief, since I'm not a liar, since I'm not a manipulator, all this other stuff, the Augustin and my ex and all them, the church, whoever said that I was, they have to manufacture their lies now, okay? So they're going to create situations to make me look like I am, but they lied and said I was. So I pull up to the house, caught them almost just in time. It at least looked like they was about to leave shortly after that. And I pull up just in time. And this is a quick video of me talking to them.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm blessed, sir. My name is Isaac. We cleaned the unit for you today.
Say again?
My name is Isaac. We cleaned the unit for you today.
Yeah.
We
No,
were
not for us, but
oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, we were told that your sunglasses and stuff got thrown away.
Well, we look for we look for the trash, but she's looking for her sunglasses.
Yeah, I have the video of them in the trash can. You want
Oh,
me
do
to?
you?
Yeah,
Okay, if you can find them in there.
I go for it. I dig it out. No
Okay,
problem.
thanks.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience. They told us to throw everything away. So yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
I know you guys are just doing your job, so.
Now you can see for a split second in that video when I lifted up the can is still full of stuff. And I promise you, they pulled out a lot of stuff already. Because they got two cans there and we filled up pretty much both of those cans. So they've already poured out a ton of stuff and you can see it's still full. Now, I know those glasses are in that can. Why? Because we put them in that can. Okay? And we're not going to be looked out to be liars or thieves, you know, from whatever the company told them. We're not going to do that. Okay? And you can hear the guy say he knows that we're just doing our job, right? So boom. So I start digging in the trash can. And when I'm digging in the trash can, I'm having like a little conversation banter with them at the same time. Now you can hear in this video that I'm about to play of them saying that we emptied the dishwasher into the trash because we did. That's what they told us to do. And I'm telling them like that that's what they told us to do. The lady even said they should have given them notice. And it's like, do these people really call me to go into these people's house and throw away all their stuff and they didn't even tell the tenants that we were coming into the house? Check the video out.
We're contractors, so
The dishwasher into the trash.
yeah, we did that. And again, I sent them the pictures because I said you wanted to throw away all the food.
My daughter and son.
I agree with you, but I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you guys are just doing your job.
I'm gonna get them glasses for you, okay?
So I go to my car, I get a little plastic bag and I lay it on the ground, and I grab the can and I drop the can on the ground. Okay, and I'm pretty much in this trash can. Like I'm pulling everything out with my hands, no gloves, no nothing. I'm just in this trash can because I'm going to find this lady's glasses, right? If we throw them away, regardless of what the company called us to do, we threw the glasses away and they didn't want them thrown away, right? We was only doing what we was told to do. So I drove an hour and some change back out here to find them glasses, and I'm going to find them glasses, right? And you can hear in this part of the video, I tell the guy I feel so bad for doing that. But you know, I was just doing what I was told to do. And he says that, yeah, he pulled back up to the house and he saw that we had already been there because they was moving stuff out of their house slowly, right? And then you get random people just come in your house to throw everything away. So here's that quick clip.
I feel so bad for doing that, but
Yeah, it's okay.
you know.
We talked to her, you know, when we came over, they're like, oh, they've been here already, and we called her.
It's so unfortunate.
So,
Now you can hear in this part of the clip that she says, "Oh dear, Meta ice cream," because I'm climbing through all this type of stuff. She sees me digging through it and she's like dumping it all on the ground. But I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to go over here and put all this trash on these people's driveway. Like I said, it's a beautiful house. I'm not going to be throwing trash and stuff on their driveway, damaging their driveway with whatever product could be in the trash can. So I told her I don't mind. Just dig it out. Check the clip.